Hello, everybody. Hello.
Hello, hello, hello.
Hi, everybody. I hope y'all's doing well today. We're just gonna hang out for a little bit as usual. Maybe give a couple people who want to come a little bit of time to get here. Hopefully, as we get more into this series, more people will come for the actual live thing. Right now, I'm not really counting on that too much. Most of it's coming from the replays right now. So we're gonna try and get people in, but I understand that different times I'm doing hard. Like right now, it's noon on a Friday, so most people are at work. Most people are gonna watch the replay. It's okay. I understand. It's fine. I'm still gonna do it. I'm gonna be doing this thing here. We're gonna be here together. You want to make sure if you want to make sure that you actually know when these are happening, make sure you're subscribed to my channel, Bacon's Base Place. Make sure you hit that little notification bell if you want to actually get in on the live video, right? Because then it'll send you the notification. You'll get, hey, Bacon's Base Place is going live right away. And you can go out and you can show up. You can come hang out with us in the live chat. So, what are we doing today? Not that. Okay. The pattern that we're doing, number 52, our 50-second basic slap bass pattern that we're doing today. Pop, slide, pull off. Okay, that's what it is. Pop, slide, pull off. Pop, slide, pull off. Yesterday, we did pop, slide, pop, which is a really awkward one for me. So I kind of wanted to start with that to illustrate, how you have to find your own way to do these kind of things, right? I'm just slapping on the first thing that comes under my fingers. These patterns are generic. You can do them in any scale. You can do them with any chord. You can do them in any time signature, okay? You can do it with almost any feel. If you get your slap bass versatile enough, you can have a lot of different feels. Maybe a lot of that stuff people don't actually consider slap bass, but anything that's overhand technique like this, I actually do still consider slap bass. So, with that being said, how are we going to practice this? Pop, slide, pull off. Okay, so what is that? 3 strokes. We're going to do a pop, then we're going to slide, then we're going to pull off. That's 3 notes, okay? 1, 2, 3. Now, there's a whole bunch of ways to do it. Whenever I have a pull off, I tend to pull off to the open string for convenience with this kind of thing. The trickiness with that is you want to make sure, you have to make sure that your open notes are in key if you're going to be doing it with that. You can't necessarily be playing in like E flat or something and then because A isn't typically in E flat major or minor. So I'm going to give you guys a couple things to do with this while we're here. So the first thing that I'm going to get you to do is not musical. It's the pattern, okay? It's a drill. It is just that. It's going to be, I'm using my middle finger, but you want to do this with every finger. Actually, let's do that. Let's go through this with every finger, all right? All I'm doing is 5th fret, pop, slide up to the 7th fret, and pull off. So there's actually only one actual slap bass stroke happening in here. But as you get more advanced with slap bass, you realize that a lot of it is coming from left hand percussion, okay? So that's why we can get 3 notes out of just one pop. So we're going to go up and down the strings. I'm playing my 5 string like usual. It has the high C. Okay, so just keep that in mind. You guys will just be on the bottom 4 strings. Index. Now middle finger. Ring finger. This is going to be the juice one, is the ring finger, and I'll tell you why later. And I'm also kind of, when I'm doing the ring finger, I'm kind of using both of these fingers together like one finger, almost like an upright bass player does that with these 2 fingers. I'm going to do it with my ring finger whenever I'm leading with my ring finger in this case, just to get a little bit of extra strength. scales, your pentatonics. You have 4 strings, try to do 1 finger each string. We didn't do pinky yet. Here's the pinky. When I'm doing this kind of pinky stuff too, I'm almost using just my whole hand, right? Like all these other 3 fingers are just backing up that finger. In something like this. You know, if I'm going something like that, you're not going to be able to put those fingers together like we've been talking about, okay? So again, all of this is started with just 1 pop. Cool. So now let's move on to, we're going to do this with a closed position, okay? So basically, we're going to get back to why I was saying that doing this with the ring finger is the juicy part, okay? Because the ring finger, if you slide with that, or your pinky, but I'm just doing the ring finger, you slide with it and you can pull off to a closed position, okay? This is a little less risky because you don't have to use the open notes and you can stay in your closed position scale if you want to make sure that you are not getting confused over if you can actually use some of these open notes. Now, the next thing that I've said that, we're just going to move into the actual, what we're doing here in every lesson is we're going to be grooving on it, okay? There's typically going to be 2 kinds of ways that I attempt to groove it, and one of them typically works a little bit better, all right? One of them is where I am only doing those 3 notes, and I'm going to try and make a groove out of it, right? That's the awkward one for me. You can see it's like it's really forces your creativity, you know, when you only have 3 notes to choose from. A little bit tricky, a little bit awkward. You know, this is where you can really do some solid wood shedding, and really when you take like a long time, a lot longer than we're going to spend on it together here in this video, you take that time on your own, you'll really be able to turn that into something cool. The main thing that I like to do with this, the most practical application though, we're going to get into this and we're just going to do this for another 2 or 3 minutes while we're here, is to use it as a fill, okay? Either using it as a fill or using it as just a part of your groove. All right, it doesn't have to be just those 3 notes. It's kind of hard to, especially with something like that, because like it would be easier to just instead of trying to make sure that I have to pop, slide, pull off, right? We're trying to do that really strictly. So without that being in there, we can just do a groove, and then we can just make sure that the pop, slide, pull off is in there. I'm putting it in the end, that little that's where it is. minor ninth there. Give them that real nice dark tonality. I kind of like it. I'm just slapping an octave. So I'm going one big hit and then 1, 2, 3, 4. So chicka chicka. And then you can you can note the pop or you can mute it. That's with the muted pop. Now here I'm going to actually play the pop, and that gives you a bit more of a bouncing feel. Okay, so you can kind of see what we're doing with this here, guys. I'm going to wrap it up for today. Today's pattern was pop, slide, pull off. Again, it's a little bit of an awkward one, but we're getting into the system of how to incorporate awkward things, how to master that, how to make it your bitch, how to make it so that it doesn't control your style of playing, so that you can take it and you're telling it what to sound like instead of it dictating to you how you sound, okay? So make sure that you come back for all these live streams. Again, like I said, make sure you're subscribed and that you hit that little bell because it'll tell you when we're doing live streams, and then you can actually come hang out with us live. Let me know in the chat how it's going. Let me know if you can hear and see everything okay. And we're going to be doing this every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Typically, it's going to be around noon, around 11 o'clock to noon. Right now, it's 5 minutes to noon, so we're just finishing it up here in Central Canada time, wherever you guys may be. So I'm looking forward to seeing you guys some more and hanging out on some live streams. If you guys want to get a free PDF of the 100 basic slap bass patterns, make sure that you click that link in the description below, and it's going to take you to my emailing list where you can sign up and you'll get an email that has a download for your PDF that's absolutely free, and it has 100 slap bass patterns. So you can be ahead of the curve of these patterns. If you want to, you can actually have these before we get there, and you can start working on it and see where I'm coming up with it and see where it differs from what you've come up with. And you can let me know, and I'm really excited to see the different ways that different people groove and use these patterns. Okay, so click that link, sign up, and you'll be hearing more from me, and you'll get your free PDF. So today's Friday. I will see you guys on Monday. See you later.